never be coming to my home. It is chaos.
They kicked her.
I know her house must be dirty and messy as hell. I can just hear how messy her house is. Just pure chaos.
Wait, she said it needs to be cut. Why does she want to cut funding to American citizens for their health care?
I'm just surprised at Fridays for not knowing how it is now.
This is Clubhouse.
Then saying it's better, right? With no point of comparison. That shit is real embarrassing.
Hey, right? I saw it come.
You know, MJ, part of the issue, too, is that they're capping some loans for, like, let's say physicians, nurses, lawyers. Like, I think at around 100,000, and we all know those schooling.
150.
Yeah, like, that's very expensive.
Yeah, if everybody else gets 100, they get an extra 150. Now,
that's
imagine you want to be a chemical engineer, mechanical engineer, electrical engineer. Why do they have a lower cap than the attorneys? That doesn't make any sense at all. And that's not a fake degree like electrical engineer or architect. I'm telling you, the reason, so let me just explain how the sausage is made. The reason why they had to make these kind of financial maneuvers is because in the reconciliation process in the Senate, you have to fulfill a certain set of requirements in order to only win with 50 votes. Otherwise, you need 60. So they had to change a bunch of stuff and make it worse for us to pay for the tax cuts for the rich. It's not a regular bill. It's a reconciliation bill. And in order to do that, you have to do this tricky accounting. So what you do is you cap how much people can borrow for the next 10 years, and that allows Jeff Bezos to get a bigger tax cut. On the bill, economists estimate anywhere between 65 and 73% will go to the top 1%.
It's funny because they did a similar thing in Trump's first tax cut, right? Like, they added the Section 174 to the tax code, which is like a ticking time bomb, which basically said that you cannot deduct research and development costs from your profits when filing taxes. And so that kicked in like 2 or 3 years ago, and then as a result, all of these companies that rely on software engineers like doing these massive layoffs, in part because they couldn't expense software engineering salaries as we typically could before the tax cut. And I find it very strange because like there's this argument that a lot of conservatives make about how we need to compete with China, and China has all the engineers in material science, and China's doing all this good stuff in electrical engineering. But at the same time,